I practice architecture in the Midwest, and my clients are pragmatic about what they want. They want more square footage, more space for collaboration, and quite honestly, more parking. And this might sound familiar to you, it's my job to understand what they need. And what they need are environments that sustain us and help us thrive. Note that I just stated that I practice architecture rather than I am an architect. It's intentional because there are so many ways to identify as an architect in today's world. Architects do so many things. Some run a business and teach as I do. Some provide C-suite strategies. Others engage communities, and still others work with agencies to set policies that will endure. You might say that there are a lot of ways to pronounce the word architect. You might also be compelled to rethink, redesign, and re-envision our profession itself. But for me, it starts by remembering. We need to remember that architecture is a practice in the first place. And to practice is to strive. To practice is to adapt. To practice is to listen and learn. And to practice is to design and align ourselves with the people whose lives are improved measurably and immeasurably because of our compassion and our talent. The truth is that 99% of the work we do, no matter where we are, is for people we'll never meet, even if we're paid to design spaces and places from the scale of the spoon to the city, even if we're paid to think differently and creatively for a family of 4 or a company of 400. We will never know the thousands of people whose lives will be shaped by our work in 10, 20, or even 50 years. Yet these people are our clients too. We'll never know their challenges or struggles or delight in the homes or workplaces or schools that we design today. These people are the reason I say practice architecture, because it's not about me being an architect. It's about being in a perpetual state of answering the greatest need of our clients today, which is to design a brighter, healthier, more resilient, more equitable future, which is not only possible, but imperative. And this is what I strive to do through practice, to answer these larger questions that go beyond the building. My first job was for a talented, charismatic architect in Chicago who told me that the way to improve lives was to make beautiful places. I believe that's true. But I also believe that beauty is not always about place, and it's not always about what we define as beautiful either. It's about empowerment. I've seen what happens when architects are empowered to recognize the opportunity to do extraordinary work when it appears, and to go out and get that work when it doesn't appear. When they're empowered to expand the partnerships in our industry, however broadly you define it, and when they're empowered to be the focused and unified voice for the design environment. When they're empowered to expand research, exchange ideas, and establish a multidisciplinary knowledge base. When they're empowered to advocate for design's capabilities in state legislatures and in cities and towns, and above all, when they're empowered to foster and cultivate emergent, diverse, and varied voices within our profession. I want us to do better together. Doing better together starts with doing something to improve the world we found and preparing the AIA for the next generation of architects. Doing better together starts with doing something, because architecture is a practice in the first place. Doing better together means encouraging contributions from everyone, because environments we create should be for anyone to enjoy. Doing better together means never stopping, because architecture is a perpetual practice that unifies all of us and the 100,000 members of the AIA. I'm Tim Hawk, and I'm asking for your vote to be your 2026 president-elect, because I do not believe architecture is just about forging an identity, but it's about having the courage to solve problems that only we are uniquely able to solve together.